Hi. This is Abe Rybeck. Can you hear me out there? I hope so. Um, I'm so proud to be here hosting the second segment of Voices in Action. You just heard Farmer Amatul Hanan, who is one of my favorite performers in the world. So I hope you all enjoyed that. And now I just want to welcome you to the second section of our broadcast now. Such an important moment to be doing this. My name is Abe Rybeck. I am a trashy Jewish communist safe sex porno street gorilla drag queen. Now I remember when my mother first read in the paper that I was a trashy Jewish communist safe sex porno street gorilla drag queen. She was like, Abe, are you really still a communist? I was like, Mom, yeah, it's camp value. And she's like, but Abe, even the communists aren't communists anymore. Come on. Anyway, so it's great to be here. I'm not in drag today, but I did bring along my first drag persona, just the name anyway. I started doing drag in the early 80s, doing drag activism on the streets. And I think my first drag name was Rachel Tension. And so we had a big show, a bunch of us, an evening of Rachel Tension among friends. And here we are, almost 40 years later. I think I'm one of the older people involved in this project, so I'm bringing that to the table. And I'm glad that we're here together in this historical moment. And as one of the older people involved, I just want to express how valuable it's been following the leadership of the young Black and brown folks in this movement, in this moment. It's so powerful, so joyous, so loving, so creative. And I'm thrilled to be here and to be part of it. It's a really amazing experience. So I want to tell you a little bit about what we have coming up now. Let me look up here. Oh my God, these performers, you're not going to believe this. This is so exciting. The next performer coming up is Dr. Darius Omar Williams. And I'm going to read you his information here, his bio, but I've just got to tell you, you're in for such a treat. I'm lucky enough to have worked with Dr. Darius many times, and his very first performance that I was part of was as the lead in Letta Neely's amazing first play, Hamartia Blues. And Darius's performance in that was downright astounding. So let me just give you his information here, which I am having trouble finding for you. So, here, got it. No, that's not it. Anyway, shoot. Oh, so now I'm getting feedback. Is anybody on here with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Darius, you're sideways. Yes. Oh my God, look how handsome you are. Even sideways. You are sideways, though. That's so funny. Is your whole performance going to be this way?
Is this better?
Now you're upside down.
Okay. Let me try this.
And I just want to say, I'm gonna just let people know. Oh, I'm hearing feedback.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. I'm going to just say that we're hearing feedback from you, but I'm just going to give people a little information on Darius. He's an actor, an award-winning director. He's an acting coach, a playwright with over 25 years in theater and teaching and performing at colleges and regional theaters and all across the country. And Darius's work has been featured at the National Black Theater Festival with an original play, and he's published 2 collections of poetry. Darius's writing is as deep as his performance, and as you can see, or will see in a second when he gets back up on the screen here, he's also just a gorgeous human being.
Thank you.
Hello, honey.
Hello.
And what are
hear
you going to
me?
do for us today?
Well, today I will be reading 2 poems. This first poem I wrote during my time as assistant professor of theater and Africana studies at Lehigh University on the 148th anniversary of Lehigh University. This is poem for Angela Davis. And the second poem is a very short poem. It is a quintet for Brother Arthur Warren Jr. This is a young Black man who was murdered around the same time of Matthew Shepard. He did not receive as much media attention, but I do pay homage to Arthur Warren Jr. in my first poetry collection, Silk Electric. Hello. So I guess I will begin. I was waiting to see Abe, but I'm assuming I'll just begin.
Hi, you can see me
Hi.
now, and yeah, we're hungry. We're starving for your beautiful talent. Dive
Thank
right
you.
in.
Thank you. All right. Poem for Angela Davis on the 148th anniversary of Lehigh University. What is Black power? Is it a dark requiem filtering the morning air? The rising of tribal fists into militant chant? If I am to be Black, to what degree? A Blackness cloaked in patriarchal dreams? What is Black love? A genderless poem jazzing me through fire like saxophones. 2. We come tonight carrying the name of a woman, poet, blues warrior on our tongues. We come with blood memory of a colored Alabama girl, girl of red clay, weaver of new earth, immortalizing Blackness into untouched grace. We come tonight like wisps of blue light, walking barefoot in the damp dust. We come stained in our persistence, shouldering the violence of global capitalism, waging war on drugs, waging war on poor communities, on poor Black and Latino communities. We come still fighting against the mass incarceration of Black men. We come wounded in our hope for world humanity. We come with deliberate mouths spruced with liberty and indigo. 3. In the cramped wilderness of dark buses, we felt heat hotter than red magenta, our flesh tyrannized, agitated by white persistence, men and women clothed in fine beneficence, legs marching like pirating Pentecostals at noontide. We sat on buses, wrestling with songs. We sat amongst ourselves, coming into ourselves, fighting for the immediate needs of the people, demanding an end to police brutality, demanding decent housing now, demanding an end to bias now, demanding equal rights now, demanding equal opportunity and human dignity for the people now, 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 now. And as our souls looked back and wondered, we believed our work, our service, our suffering, our struggle for global peace was not in vain. For tonight, I sing a blues for Angela Davis. Freedom been on my mind ever since you come round my door. I say freedom been on my mind ever since you come round my door. Gotta be free, gotta be me, gonna fight for justice some more. Angela Davis, you done troubled me into myself. Sister Davis, you done troubled me into my Black human self. Done plucked away my fears like a blues record on a shelf. Freedom been on my mind ever since you come round my door. I say freedom been on my mind ever since you come round my door. Got to be free, got to be me, gonna fight for justice some more. Got to be free, got to be me, gonna fight for justice some more. 3, 5. Take me to the holding place, the cave of stone and soot. Wind kiss the holding fort, earth my body into rain. Return me incomplete, write the folklore of yestertime. Without solitude or mercy, finger my mouth into elder speak. For the girl with accosted breast, for the boy hunkered in bone-eyed sleep, return me. Bass hook the bull-whipped voices, bleed memory in my ear. Encase my speech into cowrie shells as the captors count my teeth. Let the blazing cave attend to me. Let it gouge my pupils out. 6. Tonight, we come, a new generation of voices, ancestralizing our hands with sacred jubilees. We gather together, armored up. We gather together, fired up, critical thinkers, seers, doers, believers, intellectualizing ourselves into responsible liberation. We trouble justice tonight. We dismantle the old land tonight amidst racial commotion and national unrest. We come chanting a love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme. Do we? Tonight we come and we remember the countless ones silenced, their brown voices and bodies fossiled, clustered into vine, hands hurling sky into palmless pitch. Tonight we come, refusing to genuflect before the oppressor, before the colonizer, before the racist, before our own generational captivity. We come to rethink private prison industries, to dismantle, to demystify, to decompress institutional empires, for closing on our existence, making of our lives a marginalized accessory. Tonight we come exact and intact, human abolitionists, alive with certainty, human architects clamoring for freedom. We are the believers. Yes, we are. We are The believers, yes, we are. Collectors of life, yes, we are. A multitudinous of voices, yes, 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 we are. May we walk toward the fullness of an astringent new earth. 7. There will be peace. There will be peace. There will be peace in the valley. There will be peace in the valley. There will be peace in the valley for me, for you, for me, for you, for me. And this last poem is a quintet for Brother Arthur Warren Jr. News report. A 26-year-old black gay man, Arthur Warren Jr., was murdered on July 4th, 2000 in Granttown, West Virginia. 2 white 17-year-old boys beat the slender 5'9" Warren in a vacant house they were painting, then dumped his body on a highway and drove over him several times. Granttown, Virginia, population 700. What are these names? What are these names wired on my arms like fleas, faggot, queer? What are these names bouncing off my 26-year-old skin like lava-covered stones? These stones hurt, but I walk. I have a limp, but I walk. Belly ached in a sanctuary of mice. July 4th, 2000. I moaned at death, and death moaned at me. He was a finger near my knees, shouting, run. My love cries were mixed with beer and gasoline as steel-toed boots crushed and knocked me down. Wheels smeared my lungs like skull-shaped clowns. 2 white boys erased me in my 26th year. My face, a shanty raisin, a requiem of fear. The courtroom. Just look at you, man, with that coat on your head. Just look at you, man, with that coat on your head. You dumped me on the road and left me for dead. You dumped me on the road and left me for dead. Boom, vroom, zoom. Remember beating me to tar. Remember cranking up the car. Remember cleaning up the scene. Remember huffing gasoline. A battered mama speaks. You spilled his blood. You wiped his blood. You chilled his blood. You swiped his blood. My scattered moans, my crouching bones are buried under stones of the roofless unknown. I kept the coffin open like a mutinous lid. I kept the coffin open like Emmett's mama did, like Emmett's mama did, like Emmett's mama did. In my mother's house, my mother's pleas are loud, loud as a staggering drunk. My mother's frame is frail, frail like Sunday afternoon. My mother's face is heavy. She needs harps to cool her flesh. Her anger itchy and sharp as she yearns for my caress. She is crying a dusty dirge. Can you hear her silver moans? Under a spiral of light where I gather up her bones. Under a spiral of light where I gather up her bones. Mama, 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 mama. Thank you.
Thank you, Darius. What powerful work, and so painfully relevant to the moment. And I just want to thank you so deeply from the bottom of my heart for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Yeah. And am I correct? You're moving back to Massachusetts soon.
Yes.
That's great.
I post my PhD. I received my PhD in 2012 from the Ohio State University, but for the past years, I've kind of gotten pigeonholed strictly as a scholar. And you, of course, know that I am an artist first, an actor and a poet
And
and a
always.
playwright, director. And so as I grow older, I want to shift the paradigm a bit. I want to jump back into my craft fully. I will be attending UMass Amherst,
Great.
where I was accepted into the MFA in theater directing program. And
Well,
so I'm really excited
we're
to
very
begin that
lucky to have
journey.
you back in the Northeast, and we're running a little late on time. So I'm
Okay.
going to
Okay.
say thank
Sure.
you.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
this work was so beautiful. And take care. I love you.
Yes. Love you too.
Great person, great man. Now we have a real treat to build on what we just saw from the spectacular Darius Omar Williams. Now we are going to get to enjoy the amazing work of Renita Martin. Renita Martin is a critically acclaimed author, an award-winning thespian, a musician, a producer whose work has appeared on Good Morning America, in Ebony Magazine, in the Boston Globe. And I'm going to tell you, it's been one of the great treats of my life to have seen a lot of her work here in Boston and have the privilege of working with her. Renita is an astounding artist. She is one of the founders of Rhythm Visions Productions Company, and they provide arts programs, employment opportunities, and housing to underserved communities. Renita's prolific works have led her to lecture at places like Brown University and in an artist residency at the off-Broadway Cherry Lane Theater. Welcome, Renita Martin. Oh, look how beautiful you are. I love you.
I love you. It's so good to see you.
It's good. Yeah. Hey, what do you want to share with us today?
I have a few poems from my upcoming book of poetry called "It Is the Seeing," and one little excerpt from a play that I'll talk more about.
Lucky us. Oh, what? Oh, say that again. Sorry.
Oh no, I said I'll just start.
Okay, I'll see you when you're done. I love you. Have fun.
I love you, Abe. Hey. So I'm so happy to be here, and I'm just going to go right in and start with this first piece, which is a call to action. Done with waiting. No, I won't take a number. My soul is sick and tired of pacing the floor at night. I wonder if it was you holding your breath every time your baby leaves, forever waiting by the window to see if she could breathe. Would you sing of how soon we will overcome, soon thy will be done, soon as my Savior comes, then I'm gonna get me some? Or would you stand up and start building heaven right here? Did you think this gospel song would soothe you? Hear me singing about a day when love would finally move you. Well, you can call me love, 'cause I'm done deliberating. Done. Call me sick. Call me contagious, just don't call me complacency is overrated. You think you made it? Think you are the exception, stepping, fetching, never guessing that you might be the lesson. Stand up and start building heaven right here. And this next piece is called The Star. And it just talks about how you don't necessarily have to be loud or even unafraid to be active, to fight injustice. They will never say that I stomped loudly and unafraid, steadily pounding freedom's beat into the righteous flame of infinity. In fact, those who care enough have to often ask, what did you say? See, war has mangled my vocal cords, left me whispering, dizzy, fumbling for breath, an eternal toddler well acquainted with the consequence of dissent. But they will never say that I did not try, tiptoeing like Harriet through the slithering light of night, terrified, but here, rousing you gently, gifting you with the one thing I know for sure. It is time. Run now towards that blazing star called love. This piece is one I wrote years ago, and it's sad and disturbing that we still have to have this conversation. It was inspired by the horrific bombing at 16th Street Baptist Church and in 1963. And I have to say the names: Addie Mae Collins, Cynthia Wesley, Carol Robertson, and Carol Denise McNair were killed in that bombing. And the thing that has followed me about that day is the image that the media talked about of a mother holding the shoe of her murdered child. Where are the keys to the kingdom? Where are the keys? Where are my keys? I can't find my, where are the keys to the kingdom? Oh, standing at the door and I want to come in. I'm tired of calling you up in services, holding you up like that precious ember that was, that patent leather shoe that was all that little girl's mama had left in Birmingham one day after Sunday school. They say you won't wear this shoe again. Say this time, it ain't the shoe that's melted, it's you. And I can't take this again. Can't take this again. Can't do another miscarried life. Folks sang that Sunday in Birmingham for that shoe levitating like the fiery chords of some glad morning. When this life is over, I'll fly away. And it must be something to bust out with a song anywhere you be. To sing a love song with smoke in your soul. To let a blues song hold you while you're holding the shoe, because you got the salve to rub on the burns, but you ain't got the foot. Will one of y'all sing us a balm? Sing us a sanctified healing prayer. Sing these bodies a mantra. Sing up a foot in this here shoe I'm holding. Sing up the keys to the kingdom, Lord. I'm standing at the door and I'm ready to come in. This next piece is from a play that I'm working on about the life of Myrlie Evers, wife of slain civil rights activist Medgar Evers, who was killed on June 12th in 1963. And Myrlie Evers was actually chairperson of the NAACP. So I felt like this was fitting. When fear and rage wed, they quickly reproduce a lump that makes your throat its cradle. Shoulders tighten, eyes flood, but you can't identify the source of the leak. Is it rage or is it fear? I suppose I have never had sense enough to let fear linger. Perhaps recurrent tears have washed fear away, but rage has remained loyal, has stayed long after my husband's left. At 6 years old, I was already tired. Simple joys are a right, not a luxury. We deserved joy. I wanted to go to school unencumbered, to savor the joy of the perfect math score I couldn't wait to show my grandmother. To sing made-up songs with my cousins as we skipped the 5 miles down the long, rough, dusty road home. I could feel the scorch of his detestable breath at the base of my neck. Determined to stay upright, even as he pushed me from behind, I would not fall. I have never fallen. I have slumped, I have sunk, but I have never fallen. My beloved books, my sheet music, my precious homework lay scattered across the road like fertilizer. That is the day I met Rage, my very first husband. We have split up and come back together again more times than I can recall. In my old age, he has started begging me for a divorce. He says he wants a younger woman so he can teach her how to fight. She would be faster. She would be stronger. But no, I will not let him leave. Like Jennifer Holliday's inimitable torch song, I remind him every day, I am not living without you, not living without you. I don't want to be. Freedom is a funny thing. Most people think you achieve it, somehow receive it. No, beloved, you become freedom. And this final piece is a video. I wasn't quite sure how music would translate to this platform, so I recorded the next poem, and it's a love poem. It's called We Blend. Be it 90 years or 90 seconds. Life is always a vibrant flash through that tiny town with no stop signs. You blink and you missed it. But time can't mess with meaning. Meaning eclipses time every time, is the sole thing that is significant. How love shapes the left side of your lip, glistens down your right eye. How my breath chases itself every time you sprout into bloom. What you mean to me is specific. Like the laugh that spills from your head slung all the way back. We are playful dolphins, splashing laughter into life. We are why we drove through that tiny town in the first place. We are our destination. And those are the pieces. Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you to the Voices in Action team. Hey, Abe.
Hey, Renita, that was so powerful. And one of the things that it raised for me was just your amazing talent at facing head on the horrors at the same time that you lift up Black joy and make sure that you reserve space for pleasure and joy. And I just want to thank you for that among all the other gifts that you give us. It's really powerful. And I want to just thank you for decades of work that you've done in this field. And I'm grateful that you brought up Myrlie Evers also, because the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, as you well know, is what we're trying to raise money for here. Hey, everybody out there, can you raise $100,000 today to do that? There's a link. Yeah, there's a link that, on the button, the yellow button that you can press up above at the top of your screen. And Renita, you grew up in Mississippi.
Yes.
And you know, where Myrlie Evers and Edgar Mevers and Edgar Mevers and everybody have done such vitally important work that's meant so much for our whole country. I just want to just lift up also the culture there in Mississippi that's brought so much to us.
Yes, and you know that flag just came down.
Yes!
Yes!
How do you feel? Do you feel celebratory?
I do. It does. It does.
Good. Well, it's decades of work that went into that. I want to thank you, and I think that we have our next artist is ready to come on. Do you have any words you'd like to say of farewell to all your fans out here?
Just thank you so much for having me. This is such crucial work, and I'm just honored to be a part of it. Thank you.
I love
it's so glad to see you, Abe. I love you.
Yes. I adore you and respect you so much. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, so folks, this was the amazing Renita Barton, and we have so many other terrific artists ready to come on. But first, I want to remind you that we're all here, as I said, to support the NAACP's Legal Defense and Education Fund. The button is above, so you can press that and do it. But you know, giving money is terribly important, but it's not the only thing. I really want us to think out, what can we do every day to support this movement? And we'll talk about that more later, because I want to get on to the next artist we have coming up. But one thing that you can do when you press that button is sign up for monthly giving. So even if that means it's $5 a month instead of 60 one time, what it means is that you're getting a reminder every month that you're part of something important, and it can help you remember, what else can I do? How can I be there for this movement in my life? Okay, now I'm excited to let you know that I can introduce our next artist, DJ Cotton Candy. So Cotton Candy is a top battle DJ. Oh, you're right on here with me. I love it. I am hearing myself echoing through your speakers. Can you turn them down a little?
Yeah, you know what? I put in my headphones.
Or mute yourself would work.
Okay.
But I was going to give everybody here a little introduction to DJ Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy is a battle DJ, top-notch, a hip-hop activist, and is widely regarded as one of the most legendary women DJs in the whole world. Candy won the Source Magazine Championships and was the first female finalist at the DMC USA. She performed with Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, LL Cool J, Wyclef, Maya, Common, Black Star, Naughty by Nature, Biz Markie, Dead Prez, and Rocksteady. I mean, the list is insane. We are so lucky to have you here now. A Magazine named DJ Cotton Candy top 5 DJs in the world, and also she's been featured in Rolling Stone and in the New York Times. I am privileged to share a video screen with you, DJ Cotton Candy.
Hi, thank you for having me here. I'm excited to be here with you on a video screen.
What do you want to do for us today? And how can we plug in? Also, I want to, before you go, let us know how we can support your work too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just visit me on djcottoncandy.com. Find me on Instagram and on Twitter. You could search me out there. But, you know, just really the work that I do is surrounded on doing community organizing, cultural organizing work as an artist, a hip-hop feminist, and for social justice. And so really supporting the communities I serve is the best way you can support me and the movement.
Right on. That's great. What do you want to share with us today?
I'm going to do a little scratch set, and then I'm going to do some poetry for y'all.
Yay! Thank you. I'm going to sign off here, but thank you so much. It's an honor to be on here with you.
Yes, I'm just going to do a little sound, just a quick thing. Do you hear? Tell me.
Look at that board.
You hear that? Is it good? Is it loud? Good sound? Okay. All right. Ready to go.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. I can't breathe though. I feel like I can't breathe though. Get off my neck, I can't breathe though. Mama.
In the midst of chaos, we resist because we have lived the meaning of survival. We are the epitome of revival. And it's something that even when the world seems to fall into chaos, we still believe in our potential. At this point, it's do or die, ride or die. In the midst of chaos, we are resist. The kind that turns tables and revolutions, because South Bronx fire's gone ablaze, taking it back to doing it in the after dark days. The rock steady, six-stepping, catch a burn on the 6 train days. Cross Bronx Expressway down the middle and the landlords got paid. Every rapper in delight, our lives hip-hop saved, especially today. Every rapper are in danger as every kind of Miley Cyrus are out there in blackface. Appropriation is too kind of a word for the kind of violence every Becky has ever showcased. Propping black culture up, claim they love hip-hop, but not love the people who are hip-hop. And yet, in the midst of chaos, you continue to resist while you sit right here with me, especially during the moments I'm pouring the Henny to push past the pain, drowning in these toxic conditions. We refrain because we're wishing to be seen, to convene, to be loved in routine. So we create ciphers unforeseen, spitting bars upon bars. We are the dream. In the midst of chaos, I am more drawn to you because those hand of yours holding mine, I know that I'm living, especially in COVID-19. In the midst of chaos, I find that when I'm with you, disrupting peace till there's justice brings me ease. This is where we can breathe, putting it all out on the line to the heart of the struggle. I find comfort on our knees like Colin Kaepernick breaking loose from the NFL's institutional huddle. The way we resist is beautiful, like artful, like a Fabiana Rodriguez piece on our wall. Migration is beautiful, reimagine and move beyond bars and borders like butterflies in transformation, soaring in patience. To get to freedom takes more than conversations, but lived statements in action, because freedom is a song when we look to dream in abolition into fruition. I remember Soledad Brother, as I remember Soledad Brother and George Jackson, as I remember Vincent Chin, the incarceration of 120,000 Japanese Americans. I remember Manifest Destiny and the Pacific expansion, colonialism and forced migration, constant targeting, racial profiling, surveillance and deportation. Trump's travel ban, their agenda to build a wall, the fall of the I Hotel, and each time they tried to silence them, silence us, intimidate and bully us. Thus, I remember Audre Lorde, who taught us even when we're afraid, we must speak. Yo, check the technique. In the midst of chaos, I'm following you through every movement, because this is not the time to be silent and still. I am filled by the way we organize and fight, because I am, you are, they, them, we are here. Collective resistance is showing up for one another, especially in fear. In the midst of chaos, we've been occupied to only be forced to occupy what the occupiers have occupied. But of course, the banks never did see the 0% down would eventually catch up to us. What's to come for this land's water warriors and protectors? From Flint's water crisis to oil and Dakota pipelines, we keep seeing pipe bombs and pipelines, pipe bombs and pipelines, unemployment lines and segregation lines, from school to prison to oil, from Syrian refugees fleeing to new soil, from police to the governments, from Oregon standoffs, white vigilantes militant from their guns to George Floyd's neck, to the chest, to the backs, to their all lives matter racist rants, from Trayvon Martin to Tyreek King, from the neoliberals to the conservative right wings, from Sky Maccabee to Corinne Gaines, from Terrence Clutcher to Breonna Taylor to Alfred Alongo, from Attica to Holman, from drones to our homes, from Ferguson to Charlottesville to Minneapolis to El Cajon, from the rock against TPP to Mauna Kea and Standing Rock. You see, Trump is president, but I'm really not in shock. I'm more in shock that 45 voters don't know that white supremacy, heteropatriarch itself, is a pre-existing condition that got us locked. If it's not our physical health, it's our mental health, our spiritual health, people over profits, tax cuts for the wealth. How can we be free? What deterred these drug wars to the America's war on drugs? CIA flood black communities with crack cocaine. So who are the real thugs? Everyone wants to kill the addict, the darker the skin, disabled, druggy, poor, and you're a convict, locked in a cell, died by suicide. Sandra Bland, was that their verdict? They kill us with their lies, like they were never coming for us. Like they never thought my father would tell me about those positively no Filipinos allowed signs. Fagin knew the time, Buffalo Soldier on our side, Gracie Lee Boggs, Yuri Kuchiyama, Philippine X to indigenous lands to the African diaspora. We were in solidarity solidarity before we even knew it. Black and brown lives, Black and Asian lives, indigenous lives. Our lives matter only when we honor Black lives. We must call out our own anti-Black racism before we can say we were in solidarity before we even knew it. In the midst of this chaos, I know I must get close to you and love this poem with my fist. We refuse and resist in the midst of chaos. Feel their rage. Feel their rage. Hold this righteous rage in the midst of chaos. We stay ready, Glocks up. We stay fighting with the people's army, Maki Baka. In the midst of chaos, we must continue to be the screams of 1,000 waves coming to shore, letting it hit to the core of you and me, smashing white supremacist heteropatriarchy. This is what becomes of a revolutionary. Let live this rage. Self-defense is a right. It's ride or die, do or die, resist, organize, and fight. Thank y'all. Okay.
Hello. Oh my God. So I think I'm echoing again, but that was, and I am the new greatest fan on the planet. I just want to say racism is a pre-existing condition. You're a genius. This is so right. The battle is so long, hundreds of years, and this moment is so important because it's now. But tomorrow and next week and next year are just as important. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for that beautiful, powerful presentation.
Thank you so much. Anything that I say, I always like to lift up BIPOC folks, because anything I say it's words that have been said before, lifetimes before me, particularly Black folks and indigenous folks who've been leading the way and showing us the way. And I really want to lift and amplify them up. And I'm grateful for the space to share today as an accomplice, as a co-conspirator to the movement for Black lives. So I appreciate this platform and raising that and to the levels of the importance of being in solidarity. So thank you.
Right on. And I also just want to pull out the phrase you said, solidarity before we even knew it. That a lot of people of color have felt solidarity in their hearts and acted on it in important ways with the movement for Black lives, despite the fact that the society is constructed exactly to pull us apart and make our intersection void. So I really admire your work for embodying solidarity.
Yeah, I mean that's what white supremacy tends to do. It rips our histories apart, her stories apart, taking that away without understanding. They want us to lift the narrative that we aren't in solidarity when we've always been. There's always been freedom fighters all across. I know this as I remember Sandra Buck, as I remember Yuri Kuchiyama, folks like, white freedom fighters in the movement for Black lives, and Asian folks for Black lives, and with Black lives. So we've been there. We've been part of this struggle, but also really centering those who are most impacted is the best way we can always be in solidarity.
Thank you for that. It's so powerful. And now I want to say farewell to you. I'm going to check out your work. Remind us again where we find it.
Yeah, you could go to DJ Cuttin Candy, KUTTINKANDI.com, or you could go to my Instagram at DJ Cuttin Candy, or my Twitter. I always afraid of social media followers, but I try to take the courage, so I come from a time when social media wasn't a big thing, but I invite you all to visit with me. So thank you.
Well, we're so lucky to have shared your work today. Thank you. And now I'm lucky enough to be introducing our next artist in just a second. But I want to remind you, if you're just tuning in here, that Voices in Action is a benefit for the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, and you can give by clicking the button, the yellow button above us on the page here. And please consider giving a monthly donation. Why monthly donation? Because it means that you're making a commitment long term and that you're reminding yourself every month that this is a movement, not just a moment. So thank you again for giving there. Now I'm excited to see who's in our room next to introduce. I know we have a couple artists waiting, and I want to check in. I think next I get to introduce to you Aaron Marcus. Oh my God, this is exciting. So Aaron, I'm going to bring up, I'm going to fill you in on some of his data here. The amazing Aaron Marcus is a trans activist and a pianist, a concertinist, a banjoist, tune writer, flatfoot dancer, and practitioner of traditional community dance styles. Man after my own heart here. There are a person after my own heart here. Aaron's award-winning solo album, Men Don't Cry, challenges the perpetuation of gender policing in the title track and how it can hurt all of us. Well known for their performances with Giant Robot Dance, with Gift of the Marseille, and the Turning Style, Aaron always brings exuberant energy to their performances. And sorry for accidentally misgendering there, Aaron.
No worries.
We are so happy that they're here with us. And we're right here on the screen together. Look at that. Hi there, Aaron.
Hi, nice to see you all. And oh my gosh, DJ Cutting Candy. Wow.
I know, right?
So,
wasn't that crazy?
And everyone today.
Everyone's
So I'm
been
just honored to be here.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And we are so lucky now that we get to hear you. Please, what will you share with us?
So I'm going to do, this is something that sort of came to me maybe 6 months ago, and it just keeps building on this moment anyway. I'm going to introduce you actually to my partner, who's the one person I can play music to with during quarantine. This is
Oh, you're in a pod, huh?
This is my partner, Sam Sanders, a few feet closer. Yes.
Hey.
He's going to be reading some poetry that I set to music.
Thank you. And I'll see you after you're done. Thank you.
Poetry that Aaron wrote.
Wait, let me just turn the microphone.
Yeah, we want to see your beautiful face there.
No. Oh, when you go off, Abe, I guess then it'll be centered. Sorry about that.
Oh, good. Yeah, please get me off. I don't know how to do that. That came out wrong.
Is it centered? Yes.
Now, will you cleanse your soul with mine through all the ages? Our tears are contagious. Will you cleanse your soul with mine? Sometimes we want to give up hope through all the ages for just one more embrace when we want to give up hope. So we will own the harm we've done through all the ages and benefited from. We will own the harm we've done. Then we must empty out our prisons through truly know freedom, we must empty out our prisons. Now all the earth grows in our hearts, and through all the ages, her roots and her rivers, all the earth grows in our hearts. Then we will know that we're enough through all the ages. For greed has no home here. Then we'll know that we're enough. And we can see a future now through all the ages, where hate has no meaning. We can see a future now.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful and powerful, and I really appreciate it. We have artists ready to come on and join us, so I'm sad that we have to move on, but I just want to say how deeply I appreciate you being part of this, Aaron. And this is my introduction to your work, my first time getting to hear it, and I feel so lucky a new world has opened up to me.
Well, thanks so much, Abe. And look forward to seeing all the other folks performing.
How can people find your work online and support your work?
I just moved my CD to Bandcamp. It's called Men Don't Cry. So if you Google Aaron Marcus Men Don't Cry or Bandcamp Aaron Marcus Men Don't Cry, something like that, you can look at the CD. But also, you should be supporting the NAACP fund and everything else that folks are asking you to sustainably support. That's where I think y'all should be focusing.
Great, thank you. We're going to be moving on to our next artist, and in this transition, I want to remind people that along with the important work of the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, which can use your ongoing help at the button above here, it's also really worth you taking time to check out more about the artists who are sharing with you today. We're all doing this without being paid because they believe in this movement. And so, one way that you can be part of that movement is by checking out the rest of their artwork and supporting it and sharing it with your friends. So, think of each day, what little thing am I doing to move this movement forward? I think I'm ready to introduce our next artist. And yes, it's Aaron Diskin. Hi, Aaron.
Hi.
I want to read a little bit about you to folks because I'm so excited about this. Aaron Diskin is an artist living and working in New York City, and he's an artist of many mediums. Wow, Diskin's a painter, a photographer, and I think what we're going to experience most today, a musician. When he's not ripping up basements and parties with his band Predator Prey, I love it, he can be found rocking global stages with his world-famous klezmer band, and I've heard some of your work, I'm crazy about it, Gollum, the monster. Hey, Aaron, what are you going to share with us today?
I'm just going to play a few songs.
Great. Go at it, and I'll see you when you're done.
Perfect. Can you hear me?
I can.
All right. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. The first song that I'm going to do, by the way, it's such a privilege and an honor to be here today. And here's some music for you. This first one is a traditional Mexican folk tune called La Martiñana. Niña, cuando yo muera, no llores sobre mi tumba. Cántame sones alegres, mi vida. Cántame la sandunga. Lucero de la mañana, rey de todos los sones, canta la martiniana, mamá, que rompe los corazones. No me llores, no, no me llores, no, porque si lloras me muero. En cambio, si tú me cantas, yo siempre vivo, nunca muero. En cambio, si tú me cantas, yo siempre vivo y nunca muero. Si quieres que te recuerde, si quieres que no te olvide, canta sones alegres, mamá, música que no muere, lucero de la mañana, rey de todos los sones. Canta la martiniana, mamá, que rompe los corazones. No me llores, no, no me llores, no, porque si lloras me muero. En cambio, si tú me cantas, yo siempre vivo y nunca muero. En cambio, si tú me cantas, yo siempre vivo y nunca muero. The next song is...
Wow. Oh, yes. Okay, what's next? They put me back on.
Hey, if that's enough, we can move on to the next artist. If not, I got some more tunes. You know.
I don't know what the time limit was. Somebody maybe will give me a little guidance. Do more, please.
All right, I'm going to do it a little original. I have to switch. I have to switch my keyboard sound. How's this? Big building, big building. I am only 2 inches tall. Big building, big building. I can't even see over the wall. The waters are mingling, the roadways dividing, resisting construction. Places claim the world as their own. It's in my hand. It's in my hand. Red ribbon, yellow ribbon, waiting for the starting gun. Shopping plaza with a water tower. Do you think they need your kind at all? Big building, big building. I am only 3 feet tall. All the holes in my head. Oh, may you disappear. Your way into the on
Thank you, Aaron. That was wonderful, and I really appreciate you being part of this. How can people find out more about your different artistic adventures?
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
Predator Prey on Bandcamp, or Flying Teeth, or like on Pictus, or check out golemrocks.com.
Thank you so much. It's so cool to have you as part of this, and I feel so
A privilege to be
privileged
part
right
of this.
now. Pardon me?
It's a privilege to be part of this.
Right back at you. And we're the talk about variety. Our next artist, we're going from this amazing work you've been presenting to the phenomenal Penelope Williams. Now,
Phenomenal. I love it. Let's
Oh,
stop
you're right here.
Baby doll, your earrings are the bomb. I feel so underdressed, although I have lots of hair. I haven't been to the salon since February.
That's great. I'll take some of the hair. I'd prefer
Come
that.
on, baby.
I have to admit, the earrings are the celebrity, and I am an accessory. Is how it's become now. But
precious.
anyway, it's great to see you here. And let me just read folks to you. Let me tell you folks a little bit about your background so that they can brace themselves for your performance. So Penelope Williams is a soloist and ensemble singer, and she's performed at the Centers for Spiritual Living, the Kennedy Center, and the International Association for Jazz Education. A passionate teacher and leader, Williams is the director of the creative arts at the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta.
So when you come to Atlanta, come and visit with us.
Okay.
We're online, so there's
Well,
no
it says here that you foster creative artists, young and old, and I am I'm turning 60 in a couple weeks, so I'm like proudly old. And so I want to cut down to Hotlanta and do that.
Come to ATL.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, what are you going to share with us today?
Well, it's interesting. As I heard you reading the bio, one of the organizations is no longer called that. I thought that's an old bio. But anyway, all that aside, it's an honor to be here. And I know we hear that because it is. I jumped at the chance to be here with everyone today. And so I just want to give pause for that which has happened before me and just let the listeners take it all in, because we're not here to just kind of move on, even though we've got a time schedule and we're behind right now. But at the same time, part of my time is just here to receive the listener, that I want us to join together so that I can feel their presence as well as them feeling mine. And I want to start off with a song that's by Dr. Billy Taylor, one of my teachers. He's since passed. He was in New York, Jazzmobile, I think was the name of one of his organizations. He taught many, many people. I was just one of his hundreds of students, if not thousands. And he wrote a mass for Martin Luther King, and it's been performed here at Morehouse several times. And I'm not sure if this is one of the songs from it, but I just love what it says. It says, if you really are concerned, then show it. All right? All right.
Right. Action. Hey, I want to with a call to all the folks in the listening audience out here and watching audience. Did you hear what she said? It was pretty deep. She wants to feel you. Penelope wants to feel you. So send, when you're in a room together, analog, it's easier to do. Online, it's more of a challenge. So let's all step up. This is a way that we can all step up right now, is really be present in the listening and let Penelope feel you hearing her music. Go at it, everybody.
Yeah. It is one world, folks. And I'm so glad to hear that just in the general population. We've been saying this in the spiritual community for a long, long time. So we know this to be true. But I want to have some fun with this one song, even though it's very central to what our theme is today. If you really are concerned, then show it. If you really want to help, you can. If you lend a helping hand to struggling people right around you, you can make a different world. Yeah. If you really are concerned, then speak up. You can demonstrate your point of view. But you've got to get involved with pressing problems closest to you if you want to change the world. It's easy to sit on the sidelines. Ask, what can one person do? But each person has something special to give. No one can give it for you. If you really are concerned, then show it. If you really want to help, you can. But you better start right now by making changes while you're able, or your world will disappear. Nothing short of disappearing, guys. We got to step up. Give today, give today. The NAACP Legal Defense Fund deserves your money, your time, your talents. You are so important. You are so very important to me. Yeah. All right. I'm going to move on to some Ben Harper music. I just have a few minutes with you. I want to share Ben Harper. He's just one of my favorite artists, as is Dr. Billy Taylor. That was his original music that I just performed. I'm a living sunset, lightning in my bones, push me to the edge, but my will is stone. I believe in a better way on. Fools will be fools and wise will be wise, but I will look this world straight in the eye. I believe in a better way on. Oh, I believe in a better way. What good is a man who won't take a stand? What good is a cynic with no better plan? I believe in a better way on. I believe in a better way. Yeah. Reality is sharp, it cuts me like a knife. Everyone I know is in the fight for their lives, and I believe in a better way on. Take your face out of your hands and clear your eyes. You have the right to your dreams and don't be denied. I believe in a better way on. Oh, I believe in a better way. Oh, I believe in a better way. Oh. All right. So in 1976, one of the great American composers, we all love him so much, don't we? The music of Stevie Wonder. He wrote this song. It was one of the songs on the Songs in the Key of Life album, right? And it's still so relevant today. I heard him speaking the other day about, he was actually quoting another song called Vision, but this is near and dear to my heart. Sing along, won't you? Good morning or evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster. Could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. For hate's going around, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. Actually, it's gone too far, yeah? Yeah. The force of evil plans to make you its possession, and it will, if we let it destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you'll hear me when I say it's that love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. For hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, 'cause it's gone too far. Love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. 'Cause hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Yeah, man, sing with me now, Mike. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. And we'll just hum out the ending, shall we? Here we go now. Thank you, NAACP. Be well, everyone.
Thank you, Penelope. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Back at you, baby.
I wish we had more time together. How can people find out more about your work online? Where can they go?
Yes. PenelopeWilliams.com, and I am a part of the family of Spiritual Living Center Atlanta. So
thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. Take care.
Bye. And I'm excited now to bring us to our next artist. And oh boy, this is going to be exciting. We have Latanya Peoples right here, talented violinist. Latanya, oh, she's right on the screen with me. Hello, mwah.
Yay! Hey.
I'm going to tell people a little bit about you, and then we'll dive in. Latanya Peoples has been performing since she was young. Well, you're pretty dang young still, I'd say, but now having been featured on BET's Jazz Central program with the Hugh and a jazz trio, the jazz trio Hugh, and National Public Radio, LA's Women's Fest, and the Kansai Music Conference, and on CDs, videos, DVDs, recorded by Co-Resonance, India RA, and Ken Ford, Doria Roberts, JJ Swimming, Left Eye Productions, TLC, and an acclaimed appearance on the ABC hit show Scandal. Oh my God, I'm so lucky to be introduced to your work today. I'm so excited about it. What are you going to share with us?
Well, I'm going to do two of my most favorite songs in the world. I'm going to do Wade in the Water and My Funny Valentine.
Thank you. I'll get out of your way. And folks, as I'll just say before I leave, as you're listening, if your finger goes up towards the keyboard to press donate to the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, that is a great embodiment of the beauty of the music you are hearing in the world. So please take it away, Latanya, and folks, be generous while you hear this beautiful music. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. I really appreciate you having me. I'm really excited to be a part of this event. So please enjoy. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble in the water, children. See them children dressed in red. God's gonna trouble in the water, children. They look like the children that Moses led. God's gonna trouble in the water, children. And see them children dressed in white. God's gonna trouble in the water, children. They look like the children of the Israelites. God's gonna trouble in the water, children. Wade in the water, wade in the water, in the water, wade in the water, God's gonna trouble in the water, children. Wade in the water, wade in the water, wade in the water, God's gonna trouble in the water, children. Wade in the water, wade in the water, God's gonna trouble in the water, children. Wade in the water, wade in the water, God's gonna trouble. God's gonna trouble in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble in the water, children. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed that. And
very much.
Oh, thank
wow.
you.
Do you have another number you're doing? Is that right?
I do have one more.
That's great. I'm looking forward to it so much. That was so powerful and beautiful.
Great.
You're my new favorite artist.
Awesome.
So,
thank you.
Let's keep that up.
Yeah,
Thank you. Go at it.
Okay. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less the hand Greek? Is your mouth a little bit weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. 'Cause each day is Valentine's Day. Don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, Valentine. Each day is Valentine's Day.
Oh my God. Latanya Peoples, you are amazing. That was so wonderful. Thank you so much. How can people find out more about your work?
LatanyaPeoples.com. Everything is there.
I'm there. You're such a phenomenon. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And folks, if you're just joining us, the reason Latanya is here, the reason I'm here is because you're coming together to support the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. The button to do that is right here on the page. It's a yellow button, and you can click that and make the volunteer time that Latanya is putting into this worthwhile by supporting this movement. I'm very excited. So I'm glad that we have to move on from this because I could listen to you all day, Latanya. Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
But now we get to hear another tremendous artist. I'm going to just let you in on a little bit of information about Rajni Edens. Rajni is a poet, an MC, a teaching artist, and has been engaging diverse community audiences for over 27 years. Okay, get this. Rajni was the youngest member of the African American Writers Alliance at age 11. He was then the poetry editor of the Harvard Review at age 13. No, that's not true. Not at age 13, but he did become the poetry editor of the Harvard Review. And Major Jackson says of Edens, Rajni's tongue is ancestral. His fiery poems ration out eternal wisdom of love for hate and a spiritual reckoning. Rajni, we are so privileged to be here in the virtual room with you. What can you share with us today?
Thank you for the introduction. It's my honor to be here. I'll be sharing an excerpt from my text, Their Names Are Mine, entitled For Trayvon, Mike Brown, and the Countless Unnamed. For Trayvon, Mike Brown, and the countless unnamed. Lynching is not dead. It's done in broad daylight, under the hot lights of media frenzy, for black blood, white guilt, white fear, and white acquittal, where brown boys are still expendable. Michael Vick should have had Zimmerman's lawyer. Brown boys are worth less than black dogs. Trayvon should have been a brown lab. Maybe then we'd see more of a humane society's presence. If poems could march in the streets, overturn verdicts, bring corrupt police to justice, if they could bring a boy back his life and a mother back her son, a father back his boy, return bullets to a gun, unloose the lynch rope and unravel the knots from choked throats, we would not be choking on tears. When do our lives become valuable in the eyes of the law? When does hate cease to be exonerated behind a badge and lighter skin? And God forbid you wear a hoodie in the rain while having black skin with Skittles in your pocket. You can taste the rainbow, but you can't taste freedom. You can taste your own blood, but you can't taste the rainbow. Diversity is white people's code word for niggers. You can taste the rainbow, but not if you're too dark. The rainbow may come during the storm. If you're too dark on a block in a hoodie and the Skittles fall from your pocket, you never taste the rainbow. Your killer has the right to stand his ground. He may shoot you in the heart, and America may relive it in sordid detail. She is only reliving her nightmares. She dreams nightmares often. Open caskets, ashes, weighted limbs, no coffins. 2. His name is Trayvon Martin, Renee Davis, Khalif Browder, Corey Jones, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Jerome Irvin King, Robert Fuller, Toyin Salau, Kobe Esco, Dominique Alexander, Tony McDade, Freddie Gray, Michael Sabbie, Delron Small, Pamela Turner, Elijah McClain, Terrence Crutcher, Joseph Mann, Vanessa Gwillan, Dee Wiggum, Tyree King, Keith Lamont Scott, Darren Seals, Alfred Alongo, DeAndre Joshua, Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, Corin Gaines, Oscar Grant, Mackenzie Cochran, Jordan Baker, the Charleston Nine, Miriam Carey, Carlos Alces, Kamani Gray, Timothy Stanberry, Sean Bell, Sandra Bland, Raynette Turner, Natasha McKenna, Joyce Cornell, Henry Etheridge, Albert Sewell, Maya Hall, Tarika Wilson, Troy Good, Giovanni McDade, Benzel Hampton, Ermias Ashkadam, Aaron Campbell, Alonzo Ashley, Rennell Lewis, Wendell Allen, Dante Parker, Victor White, Jonathan Farrell, Eric Garner, John Crawford, Ezel Ford, Omar Abrego, Keith Vidal, Michael Brown, Jordan Davis, Akai Gurley, Remain Brisbane, Darian Hunt, Kajim Powell, Tamir Rice, Michelle Cousseau, Jack Jaquez, Uzman Zongo, Dontre D. Hamilton, Manuel Loggins, Kendrick McDade, Timothy Russell, Maria Godinez, Yvette Smith, Luis Rodriguez, Matthew Paulo. His name is Amadou Diallo. His name, he has a name. His name is I Can't Breathe. His name is Emmett Till. His name, you must remember his name. James Byrd Jr. He may whisper it in the wind. You may hear it in your skin. His name is Guilty in his innocence. Freedom fighter, martyr, troublemaker. His name, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, he has a name. His name is Black Boy, blacklisted, blackballed. His name is Black Power, black babies in the black market for green cash, stolen life, tied to a tree, burnt at the stake. His name, probable cause, the Negro problem, chalk outline, white man's fear. His name, ear for souvenir. His name, Black Nigger Boy, Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, Medgar Evers. His name saves lives, mobilizes movements. His name is Watch for a Black Messiah, bullet to the heart, boy in jaws of wolf, white girl called rape, whistle too free, head too high. His name looked me in my eye. His name must die. Gangster, thug, menace, stereotype. His name is Wretched Like Demon. His name is Take Him to the Iron Bridge on Main Street. His name's legs are pulled until his neck cracks, stabbed, hung, shot, burned, ravaged by relic hunters. His name is Mistaken Identity, Scottsboro Boys, Tuskegee Experiments, David Walker, Living, Breathing Black Manhood, Heathen, Pagan, No Salvation. His name is You Free Nigga, Get Over It. Kunta Kinte, Stolen African, Strange Fruit, Stranger in a Strange Land, In Danger of Deranged Hands, Enemy of the State, Genetic Dissenter, Asphalt Art, Bloody Memory, Collateral Damage, White Man's Burden. That happened so long ago. Chain gang, wage slave, chattel, on the rack, in the irons, on the run, wanted. His name is arthritic hands that felt more thistles than cotton. His name is Put Your Hands Up, Spread Them, Stop or I'll Shoot. His name is Bang, 41 Shots, Assad Shakur, Angela Davis, Breakfast Program, Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. His name is, he has a name. His name is Beaten Severely, urinated on, chained by the ankles. His name is Dragged for 3 miles and decapitated. 81 places have the remains. His name is Missing an Arm. His name is Crackhead, War on Drugs, War on Poverty, Scapegoat, Sacrificial Lamb. His name is Kicked Carcass, Convict, Criminal, Thief, Drug Dealer, Victim. Still a child, his name will never breathe again. His name has a mother. His name is Expendable, Sundown Laws, Jim Crow Cars, Jim Crow Bars. His name is Racial Profiling. In court, just call him profiling, because this is not about race. His name is Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass, Ida B. Wells. No rights a white man is bound to respect. His name has a title when he dies. His name is Mr. Martin, wearer of the black hoodie, walker of the home path, wrong place, wrong time, wrong skin, wrong crime. His name is holder of the Skittles. His name, his mother knows his name. Her tears spell it in big, bold letters down her cheeks. His name is gone too soon. His name is Darky, Spook, Jigaboo, Sambo. His name is different, too difficult to be pronounced by thin lips with forked tongues. His name dies without justice. Missing, lost, bottom of the ocean, shark food, triangle trade of littered bones, sunchild, star fruit, young, gifted, and black, but you can call him nigger. His name, he has a name. His name is the sun is rising. His name is wake up. I know his name because his name is mine.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was really powerful. And how can people find out more about your work from here?
They can go to my website, which is http://www.rajniiedins.com. That's rajniedins.com.
Rajniedins.com. Wow, Rajni, that was really powerful and to the point. And I hope that people can find out more about your work and support it going forward. And folks, something you can do right now, if you were moved by that work, please look at the give button, the donate button to the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. And you can make a difference in the world that we live in the world that Rajni was just writing and sharing with us about. Thank you, Rajni, for that. And I'm now sadly gonna say goodbye to you so that we can see the next artist. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciation to you.
Take care.
You too, be well.
Okay. Speaking of being well and what Rajni was just talking about, for my white friends out here, I just think that something for us to think about is making sure that when we click that button above and donate to the NAACP, we also make it an ongoing gift. Do it monthly, because if you can, and whether you can give dollars or not, think about what you can do every day. I know I need to do this. Remind myself every day that I am waking up with the benefits of white privilege and need to spend a chunk of my day every day figuring out how can I support the movement for Black lives, and how can I support Black people's joy and pleasure in life, pursuit of happiness in life every day. So, let's think this out and keep our noses to the grindstone and be there for each other. Now, I have the privilege of introducing our next artist, Omega Jade. Oh, wow. Omega Jade is a California native and Vermont transplant. The multi-talented Omega is a comedian, poet, and MC. She brings old school style with lyrics that express hard experiences and lessons learned as a result. Of Jade, Scotty Raymond of the Anthill Collective says, super positive, always funny. She's a gift to our scene. Hey, look at you. You've got the stage set up there, baby.
Yes, of course.
I love it.
Stage into this, even though everyone is at home, gotta bring the feel of the real stage with me.
I love it. All I have behind me is a urinal, and you've got the whole stage. But I'm going to pass it off to you right now. Give us a share, baby, share.
Hi. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I am Omega Jade. I'm glad to be a part of this. I'm going to bring a couple songs and probably a verse a cappella, and I hope you enjoy. And let's get started. The first one, let me tell you a little about it. It is called United States of Dope Men. And it is my experience and what I have witnessed with drugs. So yeah, listen. Oh, there we go. You know I have to come with that deep shit. Keep the message. US of DM. United States of Dope Men. Check it. First, I was a latchkey, then I went state custody. They couldn't handle me, so then they fed the drugs to me. Nothing really serious, kept my ass home though until the age of 11 when I had my first overdose. I would take authority before I was a teen. Is that wrecking my kidney, liver, or spleen? At 10, I was on mellow real, but I couldn't identify the emotion that I feel. Damn, it's really real. At 13, it was lithium. While in my mind, I was motherfucking killing them. The sickest part about this, I had no choice. I was only a kid, so I had no voice. In the hands of DCF with no options left, I became sedated all because the state had me fully medicated. Moms would come to visit, say I'm like Rain Man. All because the state wanted to fry my brain, man. Put into my file, I had insane thoughts. Tried to act normal so I don't get caught. Get strapped in and endure another trance. Just another ploy to invade a child's pants. Maybe that's not true, but I don't really know. It could have been worse, but in my brain there's hope. The state didn't say me, too busy trying to sedate me. It's only out of habit that they made a future addict. My feelings are a refuge, never when I was hooked in big. Depending on the United States of dope men, you think that's bad, check the crack epidemic. The government paid them to dispensed out gimmick. With presidents, terrorists, and billies chill like thugs. Make a pretty name like the war on drugs. Make a businessman out of man who can't read. And he was dumb enough to believe he was free. His story's so infamous, a CO took his name. Made a rap career and got fat off the fame. Please excuse me, don't make me get off track. Just reclaiming a connection while I'm on this track. One of the main things to kill us in the hood was trap. Disrupting family structures to fill up the prisons. To some the highway's better than the life we live in. 20 years later, they turn addiction to disease. Allow me to express my confusion, please. How my people go to jail with no bail, while you pity white folks for the same idea. One shooting up shit, the other smoking krill. Slapped on the wrist while giving a good deal. But y'all don't want to hear the queen get that damn real, so I digress and just rest while I let peace within me be still. Messed up a little, it's okay. I just came to bring the artistry, and it happens when you're live sometimes. So, moving on, let's see. Because of what is going on, I want to bring this, and then I'll go to the last song. Part of a song I did, Truth of the Matter. My mind's wilding on what's of the world today. Society wants to take us back to when we were slaves. People of color only seen as a danger, asking for equal rights, concepts like a stranger. My people unarmed getting shot up in the street. Just heard of another dude, he was killed last week. He was a father figure, the name Stephon Clark. Only offense he had was being at his fam's house parked. No damn idea why being black is such a crime. Neither did he, yet he got shot 20 damn times. White folks don't get the outcry of our rage. Too busy saying, it's okay, do what the cop says. When will people get that it's not that simple? We've become a target for a bullet in the temple from the same people who protect and serve. Not allowed the same justice that white folks deserve. We can't even express how much that shit's unfair. Like talking to a wall, y'all motherfuckers don't care how many have to die before you finally get it. So many seem to happen that we try to forget it. Just because of what is going on today, I had to recite that, my racial war cry. So moving on, I like to empower people, especially the women. The most powerful word you can start anything with is I am. And that is in this song a lot, in the power of my mantra. So enjoy. Yep. This is who I am. Say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. This is who I am. Say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. This is who I am by the power of my mantra. Say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. This is who I am by the power of my mantra. Say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. I am the wounded healer wearing my heart on my sleeve. The rebel in adversity declaring that I won't leave. The courageous mother brave enough to take on the state. The light working heathen proving there's more to me than hate. I am a talented artist who puts out a fine show. And believe it or not, I used to be considered a hoe. But it ain't about what I used to be, it's about what I am now. I am the goddess real enough to tell you what I'm about. I'm that goddess who's working on my first LP. But please believe it will be the first of many. The conscious rapper opening the eyes of the masses. And no, I'm not that ratchet bitch speaking of tits and asses. I'm the loner and misfit who's been to hell and back. The queen making gems out of words on the track. I am no longer the person whom you're doubtful of, because I'm following the path of the most high above. This is who I am. Say it till you feel it. This is who I am. Say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. This is who I am by the power of my mantra. Say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. This is who I am by the power of my mantra. Say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. I'm the architect and designer of my own destiny, so all negativity really has no effect on me. I'm rich and abundant in all ways that matter, and selling of my soul, not even a factor. I'm my own best friend until the day I return to source. So having anyone in my life, no need to force. I can make anything happen by the power of my mind. That even includes the saving of mankind. I am the beauty that I see within this world. I'll say mantra so much, I'll influence my baby girls. I enjoy peace and love within my heart center. No longer interested in being anything but a winner. I am the friend who's there in the time of need. I am the manifestor creating life from seed. I am infinite wisdom, cause that's what I be on. Uniquely creative Omega Namacon. By the power of my mantra, say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. This is who I am. By the power of my mantra, say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. This is who I am. By the power of my mantra, say it till you feel it. Nobody can stop ya. This is who I am. By the power of my mantra, say it till you feel it. And you should feel this way about yourself every day. Yes. And so that is all I am bringing for music today and artistry today. I hope you enjoyed.
Wow, Omega Jade, thank you so much. Folks, if you're just joining us, you just saw Omega Jade perform, which was just terrific. And this is Voices in Action, and we're raising support for the Movement for Black Lives, and specifically, we're raising dollars for the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. You can click the donate button to take action on that, and please consider a monthly donation so that you'll stick with this for the long haul. Omega, can you tell folks how they can find out more about your work?
Yes, I am on all music platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all that, SoundCloud. I can be found on Facebook and Twitter, Omega Jade on Facebook, at Omega Jade 1 on Twitter, at Omega Jade on Instagram. I will have a website build up soon, so I'll let you know when that happens.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for supporting everybody and keep donating to the cause. Thank you.
Thank you so much for volunteering for this. All these great artists pitching in this way. Thank you, Omega.
Thank you. Have a good evening or late afternoon where y'all at. Yes.
That's right. Hey, I am wrapping up my time as an MC here, and I'm going out with a real bang, and not in a sexual nature of the word, but I'm going out because our last performer in this segment, by the way, we're going through for another, I guess it's another 8 hours after this, so stick with it. But the performer next, that is the last one I'm emceeing, is the spectacular Betsy Salkind. Oh my God, Betsy. This is so crazy. So I have been a fan of Betsy Salkind since I was literally like 20 years old the first time I saw your work. I was a kid, and I'm a lot older than that now. You must have been 4. I mean, I knew Betsy's work before, during, and after the nose job, all of it, you know, and everything. Betsy, you are arguably the funniest person I have ever seen perform, and I love you so much. And I know it's terrible to say that right before someone does their set, but
well, especially since I'm doing a set where I won't hear a single person laughing. So.
But you know, the masses will be like, ha! And I want to let people know. I'm gonna tell you some of Betsy's bio. But what's crazy is I was lucky enough to once present Betsy's one-woman show, Anne Frank Superstar, yeah, which was maybe one of the funniest pieces I've ever seen in my entire life. I walk around quoting you all the time. Anyway, I won't do it now because like you're actually really here. I don't have to.
That'll shorten my time.
Yeah. So let me just tell folks. Betsy is an LA-based comic who has millions laughing over many years from Showtime's Fierce Funny Women. I'm going to keep going here, even though someone's yelling up the stairs to me. She had millions laughing on The Tonight Show and as a writer for Roseanne and Saturday Night Live. She's been featured on Girls Night Out, Stand Up, Arliss, Pet Shop with Andy Kindler, and she touts 3 one-woman shows. Now, so I guess it's actually women shows because there's 3 of them. And she has been called the heir apparent, and I think this is well-placed praise to SNL's Gilda Radner. Betsy Salkind, what are you going to do for us?
Well, I'm going to tell some jokes, and you're going to laugh in your own homes at them. So, Abe, thank you so much. I mean, Abe is an incredible producer. If you don't know Abe, check him out too. Theater Offensive is just a monumental piece of work, and Abe has been so incredibly supportive of so many artists for many, many years. And it's just a thrill to see him again. So first, I want to welcome you to my studio. I guess we all have a studio these days. And so I'm welcoming myself to yours as well. And grab yourself a cocktail. I made this one myself. It's a recipe. It's vodka, cranberry juice, garnish, and 3 fingers of bleach for the COVID. Well, the other nice thing is to bleach my teeth since I won't be seeing a dentist for the next few years. Anyway, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, yes, I am one of the top 1 million content providers these days, so that's exciting for all of us. One of the things that COVID has really shown us all is the incredible inequities in healthcare and in health outcomes, and racial disparity in that. And it's incredible to me that anybody ever was opposed to Obamacare, which is not where we need to go, but it's at least part of the way. And at the time, there were people who were opposing Obamacare who were calling Obama Hitler. How stupid are they? The Nazis would never have a black Führer. And I know there's something very wrong with our healthcare system because Dick Cheney has had 6 heart attacks and he's still not dead. Well, I want to wish everybody, well, not really. You know, here's the thing about Independence Day. Why is there so much pressure to spend Independence Day with other people? And I keep thinking, if only we had lost that war, we could be Canada now. Like now, Paris is open, but we can't visit because we're officially a shithole country. You know it's bad when American Jews are thinking, should we move to Germany now? But I did want to just share a tip with you, since we all have to wear masks now, or at least the decent among us. And so this
this is something that you can make at home with easily available materials that are not in short supply. So this is plastic wrap. This is a box I got at Costco. It's nice and big. I can really provide for the whole neighborhood. But this is how you can make a homemade mask. So you just take a big sheet here, longer than you'd think, and I'm just gonna cut that off here. You can really use any brand. Anyway, what you want to do is you want to take this and you're going to wrap it around your head like this, right? And it seals together at the back, so you don't need the ear loops. It's a self-affixing thing. Really. So the other nice thing about this kind of a mask is that people can see your face and they can see your smile, and it's not as off-putting as those masks are, you know? The other good thing is that you get your exercise doing this. It gets your heart rate up, get you breathing hard. You don't even have to go to the gym. It's really, okay, so this is something really not for in the house, more for out of the house. Mike Pence went to the Mayo Clinic to visit sick people, and he refused to wear masks because he said he wanted to be able to look them in the eyes. Makes me really concerned that he doesn't know how a mask works. But I think this might be the solution, because then they can still look him in the eye when he's wearing this mask. So I'm gonna send that box to them. But it turns out, actually, I've been living the pandemic lifestyle for years. I never leave the house. I work online. And it's gonna be hard. It's very hard sometimes to keep our nervous systems in check with all of this. With all that's going on, and I started meditating. I like to have an espresso first just to make it more challenging. So, I think that President Trump makes Ben Carson seem like a brain surgeon. Trump is the first president that doesn't have a pet, right? Nothing, no dog, no cat, nothing, which, I kind of understand, because animals don't like sociopaths. Well, he did have a pet crow named Jim. I'm kidding, it wasn't a pet, he killed it. Maybe that's actually the one of the silver linings of what's been going on, is that people have been adopting more pets, more dogs and cats, and because I guess people just want to touch something new. But and that's been really great for the people and for the animals, although I think we're going to see a real uptick in hashtag meow too, from all the pussy grabbing. It's terrible. The animals call up the hotlines. They don't say anything. They're just afraid to even speak. Well, that's the other thing. I mean, we have really done a number on not only each other, but really the whole planet. And in the Bible, which I know is really the moral guideline for all of us, the humans were supposed to be the stewards of the planet, and we're supposed to take care of the animals. But I think the animals have realized that they're on their own now. This is true. This story, you can Google this, but in fact, you could Google it right now, but please don't. The dolphins have been squeezing pufferfish to get the toxins out so that they can get high. Really, what have we done to the planet that the dolphins are huffing on pufferfish just to get through the day? Well, all I want to say is this. I don't know what everybody's plans are for post-pandemic. Hopefully we'll be post someone else before that, but post a lot of things. But anyway, my plan, first thing, is to go get an abortion. I mean, I don't need one. I'm not pregnant or anything, but I feel that as an American, I should exercise that right before it gets taken away. Given our Supreme Court, I thought we needed some new legal strategies. And here's an idea I thought might appeal to Republicans. Fetal deportation. They don't work. They don't speak the language. I had a pro-choice party. I told people to come dressed as the person they most think should have been aborted. A lot of Kavanaughs. Actually, there were a lot of people there. Well, anyway, I want to just thank you all for this. I know we're behind schedule, so I think I'm still under my time, but there's a couple of comics coming up later today. My friend Andre, and then later Priya is coming up, and it is really weird for us comedians to perform to no response whatsoever. But just know that I really hope that I gave you a little bit of laughter, and that I've been laundering my Roseanne residual checks through the anti-racist organizations for years, and I will continue to do that. And I'm really honored to be part of this with this amazing crew of people who put this on. And I'm so excited to have seen so many awesome artists who I'm now going to follow. So Abe, do you want to come back and?
Hi! Oh my God! I know that you could feel my laughter.
Well, I'm glad.
I did, I did like an attempt at a stand-up set once, and I similarly in a situation like this where no one was laughing, but there were people in the room. They just nobody laughed.
Yes, I've been in that position as well.
Well, Betsy Salkind, how do people find out about what you're up to now?
Well, I will be probably sitting in my home for the next couple of years, but you could go to my website, which is just
invite us over.
Yeah, come over.
Yeah.
I'm here in LA. Air quality is really great.
Yeah.
So just go to my website or Twitter or Facebook or anything like that, social media, and there'll be something. And then there's a whole bunch of YouTube videos where you can see me in front of actual audiences.
That's great.
I'm really actually best known for my squirrel impression, which
the classic did it on the Tonight Show, right?
Yes, it was there too. Yeah, but it would have gotten crumbs in my keyboard, and then I would have been cut off from all humanity. So
I'm just noticing something funny right now. You look like a normal person in our double screen here.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm really pink. It looks like I'm under like maybe I look like a baby pig or something. I'm really pink. But I guess it's been that way for 2 hours, and I'm just noticing now. Anyway, I want to thank Betsy, and I want to say, everybody, please, you can thank Betsy for the volunteer set she just did by giving to the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. We're trying to see if we can raise today over $100,000, and I think we're well on our way, and you can make the difference now. Thank you, Betsy, so much for doing this. Great. And folks, I am signing off now, and you're going to have a new host coming on. So please do give. And everyone, take care, and thank you for putting up with me for the last couple hours. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you very much.